much with the modern bro country stuff?
I'm vaguely familiar with all those names, but my country music knowledge doesn't extend much beyond early Taylor Swift. Malcolm is tall, almost a foot taller than me, and I have to lean back a little to meet his eyes. I run my hand across the curved back of the monitor. And what are these other stickers?
Equipment companies. I DJ in the evenings and on weekends. So...
He glances around the waiting area, then digs a business card out of the inner pocket of his blue blazer.
I'm on YouTube.
The card lists a website, a YouTube channel, and the name Rosier Productions. Cool, I manage, smiling despite the sinking realization that I'm about to bomb my presentation. Malcolm cocks his head and squints.
You didn't get the email, did you?
I try not to check my email when I have a big event, which is, like, never. Too much stuff from work, too many things to throw me off my game. I say the last part like a total dork and immediately regret it.
Shouldn't be more than a few minutes. Can I get you another water, or some coffee, or anything?
Nah, I'm just gonna go and try to memorize a few things.
I'm sure you'll do fine in there.
Sure, I say, disagreeing in my head as I walk back toward my seat.
You know, I follow your website.
He calls after me. I turn on the low heels of my cream and black T-straps and shoot him a look. He's got a shy smile on his face, nerdy but handsome. It puts me at ease. Thanks. I'm genuinely surprised he's taken the time to research my site.
What you're doing is awesome.
He continues.
We need viable third-party candidates and independent candidates. I hope you win the money.
10 minutes later, Malcolm leads me into the presentation room, which looks like a luxury movie theater, 6 rows of seats angled slightly so the rows in the back are higher than the ones in the front. Malcolm walks down the light blue carpet and up the 4 steps to the stage in the front of the room. I follow and he gestures to a silver podium, puts a hand on my forearm and says,
You're gonna kill it, Mia.
When he turns to leave, I lurch forward and grab his bicep, pulling him in closely. He smells like sea spray, like a male mermaid. And because I sometimes say ridiculous things when I'm nervous, I whisper, Do you really think Willie Nelson could win? He pulls away slightly, like he's trying to decide whether I'm fun crazy or stalker crazy, then winks and strolls out of the hall. Alone on the stage, I stand at the podium and look down at the seating area, which is lit with dark red LED lighting. Only 8 of the seats are full, and I know all 8 of my judges. Well, I don't know any of them, but I did my research on the flight down from Seattle. 5 are board members of Project X, 3 men and 2 women. They don't carry much weight on the judging panel, so I'm not surprised that all 5 are seated in the second row. About 5 feet below me, the 3 members of my real audience stare at me from the front row. To my left sits Alvin Chang, Chief Operating Officer of Colton Industries and co-founder of Project X. A tall, lean man with short black hair, Chang wears round Harry Potter glasses and a bored look on his face, like he's seen one too many presentations today. Eleanor Ruff, an older woman with spiky silver-gray hair and a piercing glare, sits to my right. She's the executive director of Project X and a well-known badass around Silicon Valley. Directly in front of me, between Chang and Ruff, is Peter Colton himself. The boy wonder, Silicon Valley's most eligible bachelor and the man voted most likely to win an Antonio Banderas look-alike contest. Okay, I made the last part up. But he does look a bit like the actor with his shoulder-length black hair, olive skin, and custom-tailored black suit. It's not his looks that make him such a rock star of the tech and philanthropic worlds, though. Colton made his first $1 billion back in 2007 when he sold his cloud computing company to some other cloud computing company when he was just 29 years old. In the years since, he's been the kind of billionaire we all tell ourselves we'll be when we finally become billionaires. He bought a soccer team, learned how to pilot his own private jet, summited Kilimanjaro, invested in revolutionary solar technology, and dated movie stars. He also founded and funded Project X, a program that chooses 10 nonprofits per year and gives each one $150,000 to support its mission.